First of all, discussing 4chan publicly in a context like this, in some kind of studious or serious context, violates the ethos of 4chan. Who am I?
He served podcasts with my daughter, Michaela Peterson, twice. I think that's an admirable moral principle.
What you are saying, to be the opposite of Kathy Newman in this context, is accurate in that a lot of powerful people are there through inertia, are there through nepotism, are there through corporate memes because they play the game.
Hail Hydra.
There is this elite contempt. And to some degree, it was associated with the political class. But on further analysis, it's not the political class. Right. It's the chattering literati, the chattering educated literati. And I actually happen to think that that's the case. That
are we taking this agitprop at face value instead of mocking it, clowning it, and basically rendering the tool impotent? These are not kind, caring people who care about your grandma in your neighborhood. These are power-hungry sociopaths who will smile at your face and do whatever they need to when the lights are off.
I suppose.
Any of these calls of unity, in my view, are always sleight of hand to marginalize or oppress a certain population.
There isn't anything more powerful to fight that than spoken truth.
I agree.
Because that's quite a radical statement, I would say. But I think it does speak to this T-shirt that I mentioned earlier.
Hail Hydra!
Yeah.
If you disagree with me, there is some possibility that you know something I don't. And if you disagree, I could learn something from you. Can we create a narrative and string along legacy media types? Does this new technological platform have enough power to bend and twist what has been the standard means of delivering the cultural narrative for decades?
Organized goal-seeking minority is going to be able to punch very much above its weight in terms of getting the achievements it wants.
It only works well when the actual orientation is love. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more.
And humor.
Well,
because
humor,
they're using,
it's very rare. Go ahead, talk about humor.
Because I do think you're a bad actor. I think it's the mindset, and I don't think that mindset's at all irrational. That was that ethos brought to life.
There's a part of me that thinks, Jesus Christ, don't you have anything better to do? But there's also a part of me that thinks, well, wait a second, there's something really complicated going on here that has to do with the redistribution of power and also the acquisition of a voice by people who are individuals and not part of a corporate group, let's say, but who have access to tremendous technological power, and they're serving the function of jesters, and they're serving the function of comedians. And I think comedians in particular are the canaries in the coal mine for a free culture. As soon as the comedians are threatened, you know something's. As soon as the comedians are nervous, you know something's up. Because
Hail Hydra! Hail Hydra!
Anonymous, decentralized, and evanescent.
Where by your performance, you're turning a third party by exploiting their weaknesses into an unwitting performer on their own.
You know, you need a bit of it, but you can't have too much of it.
The networks have to assume that everybody watching has no memory and no education and no attention span because the bandwidth requirements demand that. And now that's all gone. That's not an insult, by the way.
Sure.
It was in some sense, you're documenting something that's so revolutionary that even the people using it don't know how revolutionary it is. So let me ask you about this. So now all of a sudden, the network, everyone's a TV station. Okay, so now...
Hail Hydra!
Look, if you take 10 kids and you have them play the same game, all the kids get to play the game, but not all of them get to play the game they wanted to at that moment. But at least they all get to play a game.